Hello, scale modelers. Alrighty, so this week we have issue 71 of the Build Your Own X-Wing. Alright, but before that, I want to give you my little pro tip, seeing as they didn't tell us, you know, what would happen trying to push this thing in by hand, you know, with that spindle that almost tried coming out the side. Okay, so I took a couple small pieces of cardboard from the box from month 18 here, and a pair of channel locks. And this size right here was actually perfect for what was needed. Alright, so if you haven't gotten to this step yet, okay, this is what you're going to want to do. Okay, so to try to help keep this from, you know, coming through the side there, and if you excuse me, I have to plug my camera in. There we go, charging up. Alright, so the cardboard serves two purposes. One, it'll keep the teeth marks from the channel locks from damaging the plastic. And two, it acts as a flat surface, so that way when you're pushing this thing down the rest of the way, it'll help prevent that spindle from pushing through like it did for me. Alright, so the bottoms of these channel locks are gonna, and yeah, this gets a bit complicated, but essentially you're gonna, because you know things are gonna be falling around, and alright, so you just want to basically do this. Have the cardboard on top of that spindle there, cardboard over here, and you just want to squeeze lightly, okay? Just squeeze very lightly. Squeeze too hard and you are going to break stuff. So, that's what I did. The spindle did not come down any further, if you can see that right there. So luckily it didn't, but this will definitely help. And this actuator part right here does basically kind of have a stopping point. So that's what I ended up doing with that. Alright, so the articles for this week: Creating a Starship Fleet, Clone War Y-Wings, and Starfighter Ace's Enfys Nest from the Han Solo movie. Alright, so rear fuselage assembly. Ooh. How did those screws get in there? Okay. Alright, so the parts provided are the first pieces of the metal cage that forms the framework of the rear fuselage, plus a switch that controls the power from the batteries. Keep these until later on, as the first job is to connect the electronics and attach the wings to the internal support. Alright. So, I do believe that later in the stage, they want us to, or maybe that's the next issue, maybe that's issue 72. So, issue 72, I believe we're going to be testing stuff out. But, the first thing here is preparing the wings. So if you can see by those images, guess what? Alright, you have already assembled and tested each of the 4 wings in earlier stages. Now that it's time to fit them to the rear fuselage, start by temporarily taking off the freaking laser cannons to make the job easier and avoid damaging these vulnerable parts. You will refit them at a later stage. Alright, so, if you guys saw the quotations there, for anybody who doesn't get the freaking laser cannons part, then you must not have seen any of the Austin Powers movies. Sorry, I just had to put that in there because it's funny. It is just funny. I love those movies. Alright, so, yeah. So basically, this is, you know, 6 steps. So, yeah. Laser cannon. So, taking that off. Alright, looks like I gotta find an empty drawer that I can put this in. Okay, I can put it in that drawer. It won't get damaged there. Alright, so 1 wing down. Alright. So, there we go. 2 wings down. Alright, and put that down there. Alright, and then grab the next one. Okay. And then we take that one off, which that one got stuck in there. Oh, great. Now that one doesn't want to go all the way through the cannon here. Oh, come on. Come on. No, look. It doesn't want to go all the way back in. I'm going to have to try to take care of that off camera. That might have actually been the first wing that we built there. Wing number 1. Alright. Now, let's see if I can reach this one without... Okay, there we go. Alright. And then this wing. Alright. Okay. So now that that is all done... Alright. So, there we go. Here's the parts. We might or might not only be using this switch here this time around. But I'll put that up there, and I'm going to have to move this. Okay, so step number 6 is for the next part of the assembly, you need all 4 wings, the circuit board from issue 67, wing drive motor, and gearbox from stage 68, plus the wing mechanism support, 4 wing spindles, and 6 XW08 screws from issue 69. Okay, so which this ends up meaning that I gotta take... Hold on, let me look at the picture here just to double check. Okay, so I need this. Okay, and where's the other gearbox here? Okay, so this gearbox right here. Let me just make sure that this is the correct... trying to look at it right here just to see if this is the correct one or not. No. I mean, it looks like the one, but I don't know. Because this looks different than the one in the picture because it's got this right in here. And it doesn't have that in the picture. And all the numbers are different. Huh. Isn't that strange? Okay, well, I think these are mine. Okay, so going into a different drawer, these are the R2s. And those ones are completely different. Huh. Okay, this has got to be the right one. You know, I honestly don't know what else to say. I mean, because look at that picture. Okay, I mean, the layout for all of the, where everything plugs in is exactly the same. You know, except for these spots here, that doesn't have it. Those are there. Those two spots there are the same. For some reason they completely reconfigured the board. I mean, it's even numbered different. So they have 1, 3, 5 up here. I have 3, 1, 7. And then 5's right there. Okay, 15, 16, 20, that's right. 9, 10, 12 is right. Okay, so these 3 are correct. They have this labeled in the book as 2468. And if you notice mine, it's labeled backwards. So they have 2468 going this way. Mine goes that direction. And then these ones are all labeled correct. Okay, so that means that I get to find out if stuff is mislabeled on here or if they reconfigured the board. So if when we actually get around to testing the sucker out, hopefully nothing gets damaged from stuff being plugged in the wrong spots. That's all I'm saying. That is all I'm saying. Alright, so far I'm going to put the board up there. Okay. Okay, I'm probably going to have to keep the magazine in my lap while I'm doing this because I don't have enough table space right now. Okay, well, you know, I'm going to have to take my box of tricks off of there too, just so I can get enough space. Because, yeah. So we'll see. Okay, I'm putting this week's parts in the drawer down below because of this stuff needs to be moved, because this okay, look at that, side to side. Side to side. It's it's kind of crazy. All right. I'm completely running out of room. So like I said, when this thing is getting to its final stages, I'm going to have to end up using the R2 background, because that's literally like maybe like 5 or 6 inches wider than the one I have for the X-Wing. Okay, so, alright, this is gonna probably be a wee bit of a long video here. Okay, so, connecting the electronics. Okay, before fitting the wings, you need to connect their lighting effects to the circuit board, then install the motor that powers the wings. Alright. Okay, and you got a picture here, labeling where everything plugs the number and plug and all that to where it needs to go. Hopefully it's actually numbered right. The circuit board provided with issue 67 has 20 numbered sockets around the edge, and this picture shows what all the connections are for. Plug in the numbered wires following the order shown in the steps, noting that the plugs only fit into the sockets one way around. Alright, so step 1, take the wing mechanism support, which has these switches on it. Their leads are numbered 13 and 14. Okay, so 13 and 14, 13 and 14. Okay, so 13 and 14. Okay, so I'm going to be right here, these two bottom corners right here. Alright, so okay, so that's 13. Let me move this up. Okay. Alright, so 13 goes in that one. Ah! Okay. And then 14 goes in the one above it. Okay, there we go. That's step 1. Okay, and they want the circuit board like this. Oh no, like this. Okay, no, we're good. Okay, so I'm looking at the picture. They got it facing the other direction. Alright. Okay, well, I already plugged 13 and 14 in, and that takes, okay, so step 5, place the lower port wing alongside the wing mechanism support, ready to connect its wiring. Okay, step 6, plug lead 3 into the matching socket. Okay, so lead 3, these ones are not numbered. Oh, why are these not numbered? Oh, great. Okay. Oh. Okay, so here's 3 here. Okay, so it's on here. Sorry, I was just wondering why this wing right here, like all the other ones, they have the paper on them saying what the numbers are. These ones don't have anything on the outside here, so they must be further in on the wing. Okay. Oh, God, this is gonna get kind of tricky here. Alright, well, okay, I want to take a couple of the wings off, or at least that wing for now, so that way I can get to this. I just hope that everything about this board is configured properly. Okay. Alright, there's number 3 plugged in. Okay. Plug lead 4 into its socket, which my number 4 is all the way over here. So, okay. Alright, there we go. Okay, and then it says, okay, so, number 5, step 9 is plug number 5 in. Okay. And I have to go by the way it's numbered on my board, not the way they have it numbered in the picture here. Okay, so there's number 5. Alright, so that gets plugged in. Okay, I'm trying to figure this out here. Why on earth do they have it so that way your wings aren't plugged in for the side that they're supposed to be plugged in? Don't you think that the 2 port wings should all be plugged in on one side and all the starboard side wings should be plugged in on the other side of the board, you know, closest to them, so that way you don't try to have to stretch everything out? Okay. Really not complicated at all. Okay. Okay. Alright, and now plug in lead 6. Okay. Alright, and that's where my lead 6 is. Come on, come on. Okay. Okay. There we go. Alright, that was step 10. Okay. Step 11, lay the upper port wing on top of the lower port wing, which I already have done. Here, let me get stuff in there like that. Wow. Okay. So there we go. Plug lead 7 into the matching socket. This connects the laser cannon light. Okay, so 7 and okay, so that's 7 right here on the board. I'm sorry I can't get any closer for you. Actually, no, I could probably get a little bit closer for you guys. Sorry, I'm just preoccupied with, you know, all this. Okay, that's number 7. Okay, plug lead 8 into its matching socket. Alright, and my number 8 is all the way over here on this side, not that side. Alright, so... Jeez. You know, it is possible that maybe they could have actually made these leads just a hair bit longer. You know, knowing that it had to stretch from one side to the other side like this. Just saying. I mean, by the time we're done, we're not going to be able to freaking move this freaking control board from just what's going on right now. Alright, lay the upper starboard wing on top of the lower starboard wing. Plug lead 1 into the matching socket. Okay, well, I'm going to have to see, this is a good thing that I have not put these screw things in yet. See, I knew something was going to come up where I would need to take this off again. Because seeing as I don't have any numbers on the outsides for these leads, no, they just weren't labeled. They didn't get labeled at all. Look at that. Man. Alright, let's see. See if I can take the skin off. Maybe I plugged... put the lead in the wrong direction or something. Well, not off, but... No, there isn't one on that side either. Okay. I just flipped up that little end right there. Now, okay. Okay, so this one's for the wing. Oh, no, I don't mean the wing. Okay. Alright, that one's for the cannon. So this other one has got to be for... Hold on. Yeah, okay. Okay, so... Alright, I gotta put this cover back on now. Well, I just gotta thank whoever it is who ended up, you know, assembling this wires in the packaging before I got it, and, you know, not labeling anything. Okay, so if the same thing happened with any of your guys, okay, so this right here, this is the light for the hyperdrive unit, and this is the one for the cannon. So this is the one that's going to be marked number 1, because I had to open that up and I had to follow the wiring. So not a good thing right there. Okay, so this is number 1. So that goes right up in here, if I can get this up in here. Alright, that's in. Alright. Alright, so this one would be number 2. Yep. Do. Come on. I think that's plugged in all the way. Alright. So, here we have my little mess of wires so far. So half the board, well, almost half the board is completely plugged in right now. Alright. Step 17. Now take the wing motor and gearbox assembly and plug its lead labeled 18 into the matching socket. Alright, so 18, and where is, okay, oh, that is this one right down in here. So it's this one. Wow, okay. Well, I didn't actually think that it would be this awkward to plug in all of these electronics. Okay. Alright. That's good. Okay. Step 18. Fit the board into the housing in the rear fuselage and carefully secure with a XW8 screw here. Okay, alright, I got it. And now I have to stand up to do this. Alright. Okay. And I kind of wish I had a flashlight. So it's so nice. It tells us to screw this in. But it doesn't. Okay. It's not telling us to plug in number 12 yet, which is right here. Oh geez. Oh geez. You know what? I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to plug number 12 in because they have it in the picture being plugged in. Number 12, if you can see it in the camera there, it goes right here. I know the gearbox is kind of in the way, so that gets plugged in right in here. Okay. Alright, and that's got to push down in there. And, alright. Let's see if I can get enough. Enough slack to get this down in there. See if I can also end up finding the freaking hole so I can screw this sucker in. Come on. Tweezers. Come on, tweezers. Come on, tweezers. to use the other one. There we go. Oh, God. Oh. Pop the screw down into the hole first. Oh, jeez. Yeah, this is so completely not awkward. I mean, if you can tell just by all the stuff that I gotta do right now. And hopefully I got this in the screw hole. Alright. So that's all I'm gonna do for now, because there's another hole in the back side that has to go in. And just as before, I'm gonna take tweezers. I know here, let's see if I can raise this up, because I know I'm not really showing you guys much here, and I'm really sorry about that. But there's another screw hole all the way in the back right there. So I'm gonna, and the other one is right up in the front right there. You can probably see that one. But I'm gonna take my tweezers, I'm gonna put my screw in there, and then I'm gonna drop the screw down through the hole right there. Let's see if any extra light will help. Okay. Whoop, almost fell backwards. Alright, see that this is going to help me out more than it's going to help you out right now. Just so I can actually see what I'm doing. Alright. Alright, there we go. Okay, it's in the hole. It's going down. Alright. Okay. Alright, and that's all. I'm going to screw that down because I don't want to break that at all. Okay. Yeah, sorry if that was a bit too bright, but I needed to see exactly what I was doing. Okay. Alright, see, and this is what I'm talking about right here, because they tell you the first screw that number 12 is already plugged in, but they do not actually tell us to plug it in. Actually, what was this? They have, okay, they actually have the wire coming out from up through the support, and I have it right here up off to the side. Now, let me, oh jeez. Okay, I might have to go through and fix that. This is going to be a really, really long video, for cripey sakes. Okay. Let me just get that raised up a little bit and see if I can get. Alright, so I'm going to unplug this. Or see if I can unplug it. Or maybe I just see if I can get the, move the wires maybe? Yeah. Okay. That's probably good enough. Just moving the wires on this side I mean, that should be good enough, I think. I don't know why you would have to... Oh, well, okay, I'm gonna do it the way it shows in the book. Alright, just get this... I'm gonna have to take this screw out completely. Alright. Just so I can do it the way it's shown in the book. Alright, well, let's see if I can get this unplugged. Oh god, come on, this... here, let me get that support out of the way. Okay. Alright. Alright, get that up and over there. Okay. Alright, and then get this all screwed back down. Alright, put this support brace back in, and then take the plug up over the support. So we can... Oh, come on. I hope you're seeing how difficult this is. Because you guys will have to do the exact same thing when the time comes. Okay, do I got it? Do I got it? Okay. Alright, let me... Okay, okay, all plugged in now. Alright. So, step 19 was add the other screw, and that was the one in the back. Fit the wing motor and gearbox assembly into the rear of the fuselage. Okay, and... Okay, so this, I guess, has to go down in here, like that. Like this. Alright, I'm gonna need the light, the extra bit of light again, just so I can see what I'm doing. Okay. Okay, I just have to move the wing off a tiny little bit. Okay, going there like that. Alright. Now 21, like this, lining up the mounting holes on each side so you can secure it as shown in the next two steps. Alright, step 22, fix the base of the gearbox with XW08 screws in these two holes. Okay, so we got two holes here and then two holes on the other side here. Oh yeah, this part of it is not complicated at all. My god, this video is gonna be like an hour long. If not longer. Okay. Okay, so I'm just gonna start these. Alright, so alright, here, I'm gonna take my camera out, and then I'm gonna show you right here. So there's a screw right here and a screw hole right here on this side, and then there's a couple more way down in here. One there, and then one down there on the other side. So if you can't actually see me taking care of these screws, I am sorry, but this is a bit difficult. If I had a way to actually, you know, put up a different angle, and I would do so. But and also I don't have a whole lot of light in here, so it could be because of my background. Because I can't really see the screw, even with the extra light, because the way it's facing. And I don't have my flashlight up here, so alright, that screw started. Wow. Okay, let me see if I can find this. Okay, I think I got that one in there. Alright, and I'm holding the bottom of the base here. Okay. So that way I'm not pulling on anything. Alright, that one's tight. And alright, that one's tight. Okay, that one's good. Okay, and that one's good. Okay. Okay. Oh, wow, okay. Alright, and step 23 was to add the other two screws to the other side, which is now done. Alright, that completes the electrical connections for this stage. Alright. See, so they didn't mention, as far as, I'm going to go back through this, I'm going to see if it mentions anything about number 12. Just to find out if I missed it. 8, 1, 2, 18. Nope. I did not miss it. Okay. Now we go to fitting the wings. So I could probably lower this back down a little again. Okay, so we're going to need the metal rods now. This motor, this gearbox I can probably just set off to the side for now. Okay. Alright, 4 metal rods. Okay, so fitting the wings. Now mesh the wing gears and fit the spindles that lock the wings in place and allow them to pivot. Alright. Which, it's, okay, so I'm going to have to turn this, oh jeez, how am I going to turn this around? Oh, God. Okay, I'm going to have to slide this, alright, hold on, I got to move the magazine up out of the way, and apparently I have to spin this all backwards here. Okay. Because apparently we are putting these rods in from the back side. Okay. Alright, now let me get the magazine again. Alright, so, alright, step 1. Slide the lower port wing into the fuselage so the gear teeth molded on the rear corner mesh with the white drive gear on the gearbox, and the pivot hole lines up with the hole indicated. Alright, well, I'm going to raise this back up. Just so I can see if I can... Okay. You know, I'm going to unplug this. I'm going to unplug this battery for now. Okay. You know what? No. Okay. I'm going to... Okay. I'm gonna unplug the battery, and then I'm just gonna move the camera to show you guys. Okay, so the white drive gear is down in here on this side, and I had to move the bottom wing out of the way just so that way the gearbox would sit in there properly already. So alright. Okay, so what I gotta do now is I have to line up that. Alright, but the only thing is the awkward part, I won't be able to see where that rod is coming out from the other side. Oh. Okay. Alright. Okay. So I'm thinking that's good. Okay. Alright, so step 2, take the spindle and fit the pointed... Good thing that was the pointed end. Otherwise I'd have to take that back out. And first through the rear pivot hole, all the way through the wing and into the front pivot hole to lock the wing in place. Alright, at this point the port wing gear will be engaged with the drive cog on the gearbox, but the starboard wing gears are not in mesh. Okay. Step 4, slide the lower starboard wing across to bring gears into mesh as shown in steps 5 and 6. So you gotta have to make sure that these two wings, they end up going like this. So the first gearing on that one apparently has to be in the second spot on that gear. So, and that's before you plug it in. And once again, I have to... Okay, so this, okay, so that's the top one. Okay, that's the top tooth. Okay, so it's got to be held like this, essentially. Okay, this view shows the gears correctly in mesh. Okay, I got it in the way it's shown in the picture. But from their top view, it looks like they have it further down than it really is. Alright, step 7, use another spindle to lock the starboard wing in the same way as the port. Okay, now let's see if... Okay, okay. Alright, so... I can't even really see in that. Oh, right there. Okay. Now the only thing is if it's still lined up the way I had it. Which... Okay, alright. Hold on. Okay, so this is gonna get a wee bit difficult right now. Oh god, I gotta move these up out of the way. Okay. Okay. Alright, I think... Okay. Okay, so... Okay, so they are now lined up the way that they want them in the pictures and in the magazine. So... Wow. Okay. Okay, and I gotta plug my camera back in because, you know, the batteries are dying here. And I had to unplug it just so that way I can actually get up there and freaking check the thing out. Okay. Alright. Step 8. Slide the upper port wing across the lower port wing, keeping the inner faces together. Which, I mean, honestly, I mean, these things, these wings, they need to be in place anyway, just so that way... And there's no... This is supposed to be a support thing here. You know? Right, okay. But, the only thing is that... Did I use the wrong... Are these two different sizes? I hope these things are not two different sizes. Because that one did not want to go through the hole. Oh, come on, give me a break. Oh, maybe it's just not lining up properly. Okay, that's what it was. It just wasn't lining up properly. No. Is that... Okay, I think that's... Alright, well, don't be surprised if your wings end up spreading out like this. Okay. I mean, they're saying to keep them flat, but I mean, without, you know, having them be supported, I mean, it's not really going to do much. Okay. And slide the upper port wing over until the gears mesh line up in the holes. You know. Yep, and then we do this side. I mean, because the only way to have any of this stuff line up properly is I mean, it's going to cause the wings to not sit flat. I mean, look at that. I mean, clearly in the book it shows that they're laying flat. Of course, you know, it could just end up being because of the fact that when I put this in, this wing wasn't sitting completely flat. So I'm gonna go back because this video's already too long as it is. So yeah, so I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna loosen up the gearbox for the wing. Make sure this wing is sitting completely flat. But, I mean, at least these are locked in place now. So, alright. And that is done, because step 12 for that was insert the last spindle to lock it in place. And once again, the 2 is TOO. Alright. So, majorly difficult video here. Okay, so coming in issue 72, Toy Y-Wings Kenner models, Temin Snap Wexley Resistance Pilot, powering up plus testing the electrics. Ooh. Okay, see, now I can completely understand if you have limited amount of space to work with. I completely understand why the cannons are off. I mean, I knew that was going to be an issue, especially with my workspace, but that's the reason why they did, so you don't break anything. Alrighty. So, until issue 72, or until the next R2-D2, thanks for watching Brian's Builds.